In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my predictions for the NBA Finals 100 overall predictions in NBA 2K25 Myteam. So as you guys most likely know, the NBA playoffs is almost going into the NBA Finals. The Thunder up 3-1 over the Timberwolves, and the Pacers last night took a 3-1 lead over the New York Knicks. And I would say pretty comfortably, both those teams are going to make it to the NBA Finals, probably in Game 5 or Game 6. So we're going to be getting two 100 overall cards for completely free probably this weekend. I don't know if 2K will drop this type of playoff stuff on a weekend, or maybe they'll wait for the next Monday or Tuesday, because they seem to like to drop these cards on Tuesday. The Galaxy Opals came out on a Tuesday, and then the Dark Matters came out on a Tuesday as well. I believe the Pink Diamonds were on a Monday, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was Tuesday as well. So we should be getting these free 100 overalls very, very soon. And in today's video, I wanted to make a prediction of who I think those two, but also give you guys the 4 100 overall predictions in case we see a crazy comeback. I mean, you never know. It's been done before. It's been done before, you know, coming back from a 3-1 deficit. So as you guys know, in the Dark Matter predictions video, I guessed, and I'm not kidding, every single one of these Dark Matters correctly. I guessed Rudy Gobert for the Timberwolves. I guessed Caruso for the Thunder. I guessed Siakam for the Pacers. And I also did guess OG Anunoby for the New York Knicks. Now, I know it was very obvious for cards like OG. Everybody knew it was going to be OG. I felt like everybody knew it was going to be Alex Caruso. The ones that maybe were up in question were Pascal Siakam. It could have been Miles Turner, right? It could have been maybe Benedict Mathurin, even Andrew Nembhard. There was a lot more choices on the Pacers to choose from. And then with the Timberwolves, again, maybe a lot of people picked Rudy Gobert as well, but it could have been easily a Naz Reid. It easily could have been a Julius Randle, even a Dante DiVincenzo I could have seen. So I feel like, you know, two of my predictions were actually like, you know, it's good to get that prediction right. But the Caruso and OG Anunoby, I know is very obvious. So talking about the 4 teams left in the NBA playoffs, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, by the way, there is the NBA playoff spotlight sims. You have to complete all the Pink Diamonds to get to the Galaxy Opals, complete all the Galaxy Opals to get all the Dark Matters. So basically you have to complete all of the Dark Matters to get the 2 free 100 overalls. At least we think they're going to be 100 overalls. I mean, it went Pink Diamond, Galaxy Opal, Dark Matter. It's going to be 100 overall cards. So let's start with the New York Knicks. We'll start with the teams that maybe won't come back. We'll start just to give you guys my predictions in case the Knicks or the Timberwolves make a 3-1 comeback. So if we go over to the Knicks Series 1 collection, that's just how I've been looking at these teams when I make these predictions videos. And I want you guys to let me know your guys' predictions, obviously, for what 200 overalls you guys think we'll see. You can give your all 4 predictions if you guys want, but mainly give your prediction for the Pacers and the Thunder, which again, we'll talk about here in a second. So yes, Julius Randle isn't on the team anymore. That's obviously Cat. And I think there's a couple players that might not be on this team, like Dante DiVincenzo, not going to be on this team anymore. And then they have a couple players like DeLon Wright that aren't on here. Players like Landry Shamet that I don't think are on here as well. So I don't think those players are obviously going to matter. To me, it's really between 2 different cards. It's not going to be Jalen Brunson, just because if they do make it to the NBA Finals and if they win the NBA Finals, they want to give Jalen Brunson that free invincible card. But I don't see it being Jalen Brunson. I obviously don't see it being Mikal Bridges. He got the Galaxy Opal. OG Anunoby, he got the Dark Matter. If we look at the rest of the team, are they going to give 100 overall to a Mitchell Robinson, a Precious Achua, a Campaign, a Miles McBride? I just don't see that happening, right? So to me, it really comes down to 2 different players, and that's going to be Karl Anthony Towns. I do think Cat is most likely my guess, but I think Josh Hart is a sneaky choice. Now, I don't think he'd be very good. He's only 6'4" in game, so they would have to make him a point guard. And still, a 6'4" point guard is undersized. And I think with what 2K did with the Dark Matters, they actually made the Dark Matter cards really, really good. So if we look at the Dark Matters, like OG Anunoby, 6'7" shooting guard, really good. Pascal Siakam, they made him play small forward, 6'8". They're choosing fairly big names. 6'5" Caruso point guard, he's really good. Rudy Gobert, an amazing center card as well. So this was a really good drop of 4 Dark Matters. I think that's going to continue into the 100 overalls, but I do think it's going to be Cat. That's going to be my 100 overall prediction for the New York Knicks if they do go on to the NBA Finals. If they come back from 3-1, my guess will be 100 overall Cat from the Knicks. I think it just makes the most sense. I don't see it being Jalen Brunson, and I just don't think 2K is going to give us that bad of a card. Now, it is 2K. They are very money hungry, and I could definitely see them giving us a bad card as a free 100 overall to say, hey, yeah, this is good content, it's free, but here's a bad 6'4" Josh Hart card, unless they gave him like all of the best SIGs and the best jump shot. But my guess, if the Knicks do move on, is going to be 100 overall Cats. Now, to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, who maybe might get eliminated tonight. Obviously, if you guys are watching this video tonight, maybe they already got eliminated and they don't have a chance to get their 100 overall card. But I think on the flip side, if the Timberwolves were to come back from 3-1 and go on to the NBA Finals, they would get the opposite player in the cat trade. I think it would be Julius Randle. That would be my guess for the free 100 overall, because again, it's not going to be Ant. Ant will be saved for the free invincible if they were to win the NBA Finals, right? We just got Rudy Gobert as a dark matter. Mike Conley, I just don't see it as a 100 overall card. Again, would be something 2K would do, give us a 6-foot point guard as an invincible, or as a 100 overall. I could see Naz Reid. I feel like for me, it's really between Naz Reid and Julius Randle. Jaden McDaniels, he has that Galaxy Opal. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, I just don't see really as a 100 overall type of player. And then the rest of the team, I mean, Dante DiVincenzo, again, he would be on the Timberwolves now, even though the Series 1 collection isn't updated, but I don't see him getting a 100 overall card. So to me, it's between Julius Randle, it's between Naz Reid, even though these guesses probably won't matter because I don't think either of these teams are going to make it to the NBA Finals. But if I had to guess, my guess is going to be Julius Randle. You know, that can of course play the small forward position as a 100 overall card. But now let's talk about the teams that are most likely going to be in the NBA Finals and what most likely are going to be the 100 overalls that we are going to be getting. Again, this is a prediction. I have no idea if I'm going to be right, but I think this is a fun video to do to give you guys my prediction. So talking about it, free 100 overall card. Again, not going to be the best player on the team. Not going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's going to get that free invincible if the Thunder go on to win the NBA Finals. Now, we already have a 100 overall Chet, obviously, in the Glitch Festival. I don't think they're going to drop another 100 overall Chet. Again, he's also a really good card. He's a pack seller. I just don't think they're going to do that, in my opinion. Caruso just got the Dark Matter. Lou Dort has the Galaxy Opal. Other than that, maybe Isaiah Hartenstein I could potentially see, but I don't think so. Maybe an Isaiah Joe, maybe Aaron Wiggins. I don't see it. I feel like for the Thunder, it's pretty obvious. I feel like it has to be J-Dub. He has the Dark Matter from Season 6 as the Domination prize. He was the Domination in Season 6, but he doesn't have a 100 overall card. He's only 6'5". He'd be able to play the shooting guard position, at least I would hope so. Maybe point guard. I could see them maybe making him a point guard. That would be really nice to see. But he does have like a 7'2" or 7'3" wingspan. I believe it's 7'2", and he'll be a good card. He'll be really good if he can play point guard. If he can play shooting guard only, he'll still be a nice free 100 overall to have, but he's not going to be like insanely overpowered. But my guess for the OKC Thunder is going to be 100 overall J-Dub. And now to talk about the last team, and the team that I just cannot believe, guys. I mean, the Pacers. I never was like a Pacers hater. I'm always like a Tyrese Halliburton believer. I did like Tyrese Halliburton a couple years ago in the NBA Cup. Maybe that was last year when he, kicked off the Bucks and did the Dame time, and he was going on that insane run during the season. I do like Tyrese Halliburton. I'm a Raptors fan, so I like Pascal Siakam. I think this is a fun team, but I don't think anybody predicted them to be, favorites to be in the NBA Finals coming out of the Eastern Conference. So it's a crazy team to obviously make it to the finals, but they have been playing really exciting basketball, really well basketball, really good basketball. They've just been an amazing NBA team. And for their 100 overall prediction, I feel like this one pretty much has to be 100 overall Miles Turner. Again, it's not going to be Tyrese Halliburton. He's going to be saved for the invincible if they get there. Dark Matter Siakam just came out as the free dark matter in the Eastern Conference Finals. The only other cards I could see it being potentially is Benedict Mathurin, but I don't think he's a 100 overall card type of name. And also Andrew Nembhard, who again, I don't see being as that 100 overall name. So for the Indiana Pacers, I'm going to guess 100 overall Miles Turner. And from the OKC Thunder, it is going to be 100 overall J-Dub. But let me know your guys' predictions down below of who you guys think from the 4 teams left currently in the playoffs are going to be getting a free 100 overall card. What is your guys' predictions? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.